Don't really give a who wins. But if I would want anybody to win, it would be the Eagles.
Okay, why was that?
Because fuck you.
Oh.
I'm going to squash you like a bug.
Oh, I'm getting that. Oh, that your camera's on? Awesome. This motherfucker is a hypocrite.
Why?
He does not drink fucking bangs every day.
I do drink bangs every day.
No, that's not a fucking bang. That's a C goddamn 4.
Maybe I wanted to be a little itchy today.
It's a C4, and it's not a bang, and that's what it is.
I don't know, man. You're tripping right now.
Oh, no. Show the camera what you're drinking.
I am drinking a nice superhuman performance energy drink.
It's a C4.
It's got 0 sugar.
It's not a bang. We did a whole goddamn short about you drinking bangs.
I'm not a sponsor.
And you're lying to the American people.
I'm not a sponsor.
Lying to the American people. They pay us a lot of money to promote bangs.
You know who else is lying to the American people?
What?
Apparently the NFL.
Oh, my Lord and Jesus Savior Christ. Welcome to the Super Bowl edition of A Dose of Reality.
What's going on, everybody?
And yes, the NFL apparently has a script. Apparently, when it's time to start training camp, they get a script written in their locker.
Yeah.
And they say, on week 1, you do this. Week 2, you do this. You know, and then week 17, either you win the Super Bowl, you weren't there, or whatever.
That's so crazy, man, because it's like, at this point, what do we believe with games? Are people still going to be betting on games like that if the outcome is already rigged?
I mean, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, they still will keep betting on those games. It's just funny,
It's
though,
like
because when you think about it, I mean, it's not like, obviously, like a slot machine. You know what I mean? You put the money in. It's kind of like maybe you're going to hit it, maybe you're not going to hit it. People think that they know how to hack the machine, but obviously it's a percentage-wise. Obviously, it's how much revenue the slot machine has taken in before it's going to pay out. Obviously, they're making money. They're not just giving you $2,000 and not making a shit ton of money. That's just how it works. But with the NFL, people are betting thousands of dollars on these games, and now information comes out saying that everything is scripted, so it's like everybody knows what the outcome's going to be that's playing while they're playing it. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I actually want to play the video and let Arian Foster explain to us about the NFL being scripted and what goes on.
All right, let's get it.
It's funny, before we started taping, Arian was telling me about how the NFL is rigged and how every year he used to get a script.
Yeah.
Day 1 of training camp that would get dropped off at his locker. And you would have to, it was like week 1, you'll do this. Week 2, you're going to have a hamstring injury. Week 3, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Week 4, you're going to get 3 touchdowns. And so then you just have to, did you memorize those before the season started, or would you go and rehearse the script before every game?
We're really dedicated to it. So it was more so like that's what practice was about. It was about practicing the script. Like, this is what goes on and this is what we have to do in order to. Yeah.
And this referee is going to miss this call because they hate you and they love the Colts, that sort of thing.
WWF, so it's like, you know, we know what's going to happen, but you still got to put on a show.
Yeah.
What did you think when you got the script in 2016 that said your career was going to fall off a cliff when you stopped believing in God?
That was 2015.
Yeah.
This guy is literally clowning him. It just looks like he's clowning him. Like, are you really serious that, like, the coach, or not the coach, but the referee hates you so much that they're just going to go for the Colts?
See, and the worst part about it is, like, what kind of shit person are you that you're an Indianapolis Colts fan? Good God.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
God damn. I mean,
Find a
there's
hole
32
and just crawl in it.
There's 31 other teams. Like, geez.
That's like being a Raiders fan.
It's honestly, I would respect you more as being a Raiders fan.
No way. Not with everybody getting all fucking violent in the stadium, man. There's not been a Raiders game where people aren't fighting.
Oh, but that's a part of the Raiders culture.
I don't know, man. It's like,
if you're not fighting at a Raiders game, then why the fuck were you there in the first
One of these days, a child is going to get hit, bro, and all that shit is going to be dead.
Guess what? That child should have not gone there.
Should have not been at the Raiders game.
Yo, their parents are fucking irresponsible. Why the hell you take your kid to a Raiders game? You need to take somebody that's able-bodied enough to stand next to you and throw hands when the time comes.
That's the truth. That's
no,
the
absolutely.
truth.
No,
this guy is kind of a fucking idiot, though.
Again, I think it's sort of I mean, obviously we know that he's joking, and I think it's more.
Is it a joke though?
I think so.
I mean, do we hope that it's a joke, or is it just kind of been put out there? Because we've had a conversation before, when you put things out to the public eye, now people are not really focusing in on them as much because you've presented the information.
Right. Is it a joke? Absolutely. No, I mean, to say that these athletes spend so much time and put themselves through so much
practicing the script
just to practice a script would be such a slap in the face to all the people who work like their ass off to be these amazing athletes that we watch every Sunday. So obviously no, it was a joke, and I mean it was a great bit. I love how they all kept a straight face and asked serious questions. It was funny. I think the funniest thing was the reactions on social media. I mean, you had every single Instagram, Facebook, TikTok comedian doing all sorts of hilarious ass skits. All your meme people were just going crazy with the memes. It was like so obviously, in sports crazy things happen. So there was like when this person got their script and they were laughing. There was one with Tom Brady where he was like, when he got the script from I think it was 2016 or 2018 when he won the Super Bowl, coming back from 28-3, and he's in court and he's like has this big ass smile on his face and shit. So like I think it was great content, and especially with the Super Bowl coming up, like that was hilarious.
I get it. Another fascinating thing going on right now, bro, is that Tom Brady's got a new gig.
Yo, Tom Brady's making $37 million a year. Jesus Christ.
Not even to be like a sports announcer either. He's just
talk this shit.
Just talking it.
Just talk it. No, obviously, as we know, about a week ago, Tom Brady retired.
Yeah.
And obviously
not a terrible last season, but definitely not a season you want to end on, bro.
Definitely not. I think that he would have been more served if he would have just stuck through with the retirement last year.
Yeah, he would have had a wife.
He would have had a wife. Absolutely. He would have had a wife. hey, yo, Tom Brady a G, yo. I gotta respect it. I gotta respect it because Cuz said, "You want me to choose? I will choose football for a year over you, shorty. I don't give a fuck about you that much. Who do you think? You ain't football."
Right.
Yo, I'm sure that man did not cry as much when he said he was going to retire. He cried way more that day than the night that she said, "Hey, I'm done." She was like, "All right, yeah, I get another you by tomorrow." Football, then nothing will ever. I'm sure nothing will ever feed that adrenaline.
Right.
I'm sure.
Right.
I mean, like, to go out every Sunday, hear the roar of the crowd, be with your teammates, nothing will ever top that for him,
When you get into like an athletic mode, and I mean these guys that are on the field are absolute monsters.
Absolutely.
I mean, you even see NFL players and basketball players. Yes, obviously there is a lot of like injuries been in place, you know what I mean? So they're a little bit older, but I mean, most of them, if you're not just a linebacker, you're ripped.
Yeah,
still
big.
40, 50, 60 years old.
If
you're
you
still
stay
in the
in shape.
gym, you're working out. These guys
Absolutely.
are monsters.
Dude, I mean, Shannon Sharp, bro, this motherfucker is 50 years old and huge. I mean, he's still benching like crazy numbers. He's still out benching dudes who are in their prime with this benching shit. And he's 50. He's in his 50s. He's fucking jacked. So again, I'm sure Tom Brady will stay in some good shape as well.
Absolutely.
Because at this point it's just a lifestyle.
Right.
I just don't see. I think your body would kind of like fucking go haywire at this point if you try to switch it up. So I mean,
when I saw the video though, because obviously it came up on the news, it was just kind of funny because it was in good taste. Don't get me wrong, how he came off, but at the end of the day, it was like this guy just literally looked like he went for the longest run of his life, and was sitting there contemplating like, I have no wife, like my kids hate me. Like what am I gonna do without football?
Yeah.
And then he remembered, oh wait, I have like an over $300 million
deal
just waiting for me before I started this terrible season. And that's when the tears started coming. He's just like, you know what? Everything's gonna be okay, Brady.
Everything's gonna be
okay, Brady.
Again, Tom Brady shows you that if you truly want to reach the pinnacle of your career, you gotta say fuck family. You gotta say fuck fun. You gotta say fuck eating the things that you like to eat the most. You
No
gotta
honey
say fuck
buns.
drinking.
No ramen noodles.
Exactly. You gotta say fuck all that and be focused on what that you want to do.
Yeah.
That has to be your number one.
Yeah.
Because
this is true.
20-something years, for 30-something years, his number one was football. And that's why he is who he is.
Yeah.
Because you see it. You see Aaron Rodgers taking ayahuasca. That's my favorite player. Love Aaron Rodgers. Packers fan.
Yep.
But you see Aaron Rodgers taking ayahuasca in the off season. You see Aaron Rodgers not showing up for training camp. You see Aaron Rodgers drinking and fucking teeing up. And there's a reason why Aaron Rodgers has 1 Super Bowl and Brady has 7, because Brady said, yeah, fuck all that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. In the offseason, I'm studying. When it's time to go meet with my receivers, I'm going to meet with them early so we can get some rhythm, get some chemistry.
Right.
He dedicated himself completely to football, and look where it's got him. It got him the GOAT, and he got a nice little, sexy little job at Fox to go talk a little football, talk about the sport that he loves so much.
Right.
It's going to be easy for him to break it down. And then getting $37 million
That's a lot.
I thought for 10 years.
I thought the Spotify deal with Joe Rogan for $100 million. I thought that was like, wow, that was like something to focus on. You know what I mean? But once you're hitting like 370, I mean, yeah, 10 years. But it's like, what are you going to be doing for the rest of those 10 years anyway? You're going to be looking for something to make that much money.
And also, here's the crazy part:
can't get by on endorsements.
You're probably only really going to work during the football season, which is what, August to about February.
Right.
So what, you work
half the year. Yeah.
And you're getting $37 million a year?
No,
Fuck
absolutely.
yeah.
And there's a reason why in the movie Ted they wanted to take his sperm.
Yeah,
so
he's bro.
I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember
one of the
that.
funniest scenes in the movie, besides when they go to the sperm bank and Mark Wahlberg gets covered in sperm.
Absolutely. No, honestly,
and it was the reject sperm too.
I'll keep it 1,000 with you. I'd pay good money for Serena and LeBron to have a kid together and fucking let me adopt it. Give it to me. I'd pay good money for that.
I hope when that kid does come out and you do pay for that money, you know, I hope the best things for you. But at the end of the day, I hope that kid comes out the most unathletic kid that you have ever had or even seen in your life.
That'd make me cry.
No, and I really hope it happens like that, because it's like you take two really dominant genes and you put them together. You've never seen two beautiful people make a bunch of beautiful kids. Generally, you see somebody that's pretty good looking. Ooh, my stomach's growling. Or like, you know what I mean?
Decent,
like just decent.
Normal.
You know what I mean? So you got a normal person, and then somebody that's just like, oh wow, this person looks really good, and then you have a good looking kid. So I don't know, man. We talked about that before too. There's just I don't think that, like, yeah, you might pass on genetic physical traits, but it doesn't mean you're going to pass on performance.
LeBron's sons are both good basketball players.
Yeah, but see, LeBron too is probably sitting there and working their ass off.
That's what I would do.
Yeah,
what do you
absolutely.
mean? You're waking every morning.
But you're lazy.
Oh, my kids are not going to be lazy.
You said I'll be lazy, but my kids aren't going to be lazy.
Bro, wake up every morning at 4, they dribble for an hour.
Dribble. With tennis balls.
Tennis balls. Not with the basketball.
Golf balls.
No, it got to be tennis ball. A little bounce. You dribble with the tennis ball for an hour every morning.
Super balls.
Then you wake up. After you've done that for an hour, you go get your run in.
Yeah.
We come back. We fix you a nice healthy breakfast.
Right.
You go to school, go to practice, and now you have a second practice. Now you're working with Aaron.
Yeah.
Now you're working with Dad.
Yeah.
And I'm not Dad. I'm Coach Aaron. I'm gonna have a whistle and everything. Up down, blowing that bitch. And then once I see that they've gotten some skill, I'm gonna take them down a peg. Have like, call up one of my famous friends, somebody in the NBA, come and fuck them up. I'm be like, yo, play this game like you're playing the NBA Finals Game 7. And I want them to elbows, pulling, scratching, hitting, everything to my kids so that they toughen up. And then that way, they'll be like, well, my dad abused me into being the best basketball player ever. And I'll be like, yeah, I did.
If I was in your position and I did that, I would have one rule and one rule only.
What?
No jerking off.
Oh, no jerking off.
No
Absolutely.
Jerking off. And no girls, no guys, no getting your nut off.
No, not at all.
So who do you have on the NFL Super Bowl, bro?
Oh, man. Hey. Well, first of all, it's a great Super Bowl, especially during Black History Month, because it's the first Super Bowl with 2 black quarterbacks, which I think is
there we
great,
go. There we
which
go.
I think is awesome, and
Absolutely,
salute to that. But of course, I'm going with the Chiefs, man. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid. I'm going with the better quarterback, and I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a good game, but I'm going with Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs. Who are you going with?
Obviously, the Eagles are playing.
Yes.
So I know about football. Don't know too much about football. Know how to play the game. Don't really give a fuck who wins. But if I would want anybody to win, it would be the Eagles.
Okay. Why was that?
Because fuck you. I'm going to squash you like a bug.
Well,
and anytime you have any sort of joy in your life, I want to take that away from you.
Well, how about this?
Because you're a piece of shit.
Well, how about this then? How about this? Since you want to crush me.
I'm going to crush you.
Since you want to crush me, how about we make a little wager?
Let's do it.
How about whoever's teams win, the next episode that we do, you have to come dressed up in an old school sailor suit.
Old school sailor suit?
Yeah, like the blue stripes, the fucking hat, the shorts, the bullshit.
Okay.
And you got to do the whole episode in that.
A whole episode in that.
Whole episode in a sailor suit.
Okay, so I'll do that, but then mine to you is that if you lose, because I'm going to crush you like a fucking bug, you piece of shit,
Okay.
I'm going to take you to Goodwill,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to go shopping.
Wow.
And
Okay.
and you can't even wash those clothes.
Okay.
Is that a deal?
That's a deal.
It's funny. Some people put their pinky up.
Yeah.
And you just always have your finger out.
I have a pussy on my finger. It's fucked up.
Oh, I had a buddy one time who like severed his finger, and literally now every time it's just like he screwed up like something in his finger, the muscle in his finger or something, because it's just constantly straight. So anytime he's doing something, it's just straight. And it's like sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him and I'm like, why are you pointing a finger gun at me, bro? You know what I mean? Because some people just point like this, but he's got the thumb up and the finger out.
I seen so real quick, just to end
ravaging.
This out, I seen pictures of like athletes' foots and their fingers and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they're off. They have the most fucked up looking feet and fingers, bro.
And they're huge.
Oh, they're
huge.
Nasty. Bro, have you seen Kawhi's hand, bro?
No.
Bro, it's disgusting, bro. I'll put a picture up on
I don't jerk off to stuff like that.
It's fucking disgusting. No, I just jerk off in my hand because I have a pussy in it.
I fuck with that. I like you. I like you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody, for coming in and joining us for our Super Bowl special.
Absolutely. I'm Kid ISO.
And I'm probably Blake Steele.
Awesome. And happy Super Bowl, happy Black History Month, and thank you for tuning in for your weekly dose.
And you're going down, you piece of shit.
Whatever you say, buddy. Patrick Mahomes all the way. Deuces.
Deuces. Much love, everybody.